Hello, you beautiful people. I'm Michael Botts. I am the best-selling author, international best-selling author of Escape Average, Go for the Big, Break Through What's Stopping You. And we've been going through this book since the new year, and it's brilliant and amazing, and I highly recommend it. I'll give you the titles of the chapters so you can get rolling on it. It's on Amazon. Just go to Amazon, look that book up, look up my name, and you'll find it, and you should buy it. You should buy it today. The introduction talks about my primitive, immature relationship with failure. Chapter 1 is playing it small is selfish. Oof, that alone is powerful. Chapter 2, failure is my friend. Chapter 3, epic quantum leaps of action. Chapter 4, falling down is allowed, getting up is required. I'm going to say that one again. Falling down is allowed, getting up is required. That's on your DNA, by the way. Chapter 5, there is no perfect. There's no perfect time, there's no perfect place, there's no perfect person. Chapter 6, overcoming the negative dialogue. This is where we break down how Am I Enough got into your life. We are on chapter 7. Chapter 7 is about courage, and we did the first part of the chapter. But let me tell you something. Page 75, 76, 77, and 78. Those 4 pages, 75, 76, 77, 78. Those 4 pages is worth the price of this book. What I'm getting ready to teach you today, you need to get the book, read pages 75 through 78 every day, and you will succeed. I guarantee it. Money back, 100% guarantee it. If you apply the principle I'm getting ready to teach you, you are going to fail so much, and then you're going to succeed. All right, the formula goes like this. Risk, fail, learn, repeat. Risk, fail, learn, repeat. This is brilliant. This is one of my masterpieces. This is life-altering stuff here. Stop what you're doing. Stop scrolling. Pay attention. I'm getting ready to help you get to anything that you want to succeed at. This principle will work in your finances. This principle will work in your body. This principle will work in your relationships. This principle will work in your business. This principle will work in your career. This principle will work in your house, keeping your house clean, in your yard, making your yard beautiful, getting the hot tub you want. I don't know what your thing is. This principle will help you stop smoking. Oh yeah, this principle will help you succeed at anything you want to succeed at. All right, first let's break down what is a risk. Risk is when you expose oneself to chance, injury, loss, to venture out. That's what risk is. If there's no option of failure, then you didn't risk. Okay? So first we have to decide, okay, I'm going to risk. Now, Am I Enough is going to tell you why. Why would you risk? It's so good. I mean, you're comfortable. Everything's going great. Why would you risk? Because you were built to be in pursuit of something. You were built to be in pursuit of something. So, risk. Here's the thing. Am I Enough is going to be like, well, don't call them. Don't call that new client. Don't post those products online. Don't ask that person out. Am I Enough is going to convince you not to do it and give you a bunch of excuses why. But here's the thing. You can't lose what you don't have. That is on page 76. It is so brilliant. You can't lose what you don't have. You're not calling the client because they might say no. You don't have them. You can't lose that. And here's the great thing about it. You call them, they say no, and you be like, okay, great, can I ask why? And you start a conversation, and you get it going. And now you learn something because you risk. So risk, fail. They said no. Then you learn something. Okay, you shouldn't call restaurants at lunchtime to offer them a product. Okay, you shouldn't walk up to girls that are all in a group and ask one of them out without acknowledging the other girls. I don't know what it is. Risk. Exposing yourself. Now we're going to go into fail. If failure isn't a huge part of your diet, you're not going for the big. If failure isn't an option, then it's not a risk. So don't be delusional. Don't delusionize yourself. Be deluded that, oh, I risked today, man. I risked today. I can't think of anything right now. I don't want anybody's feelings, but maybe I should. If there's not an option of failure, it's not a risk, okay? That's a lot of time on risk, Michael. There's 4 other things to do. I know. But if we don't get risk right, this formula won't work. All right, the next thing is fail. What does that even mean? When it didn't go the way you thought it would. One of my goals is to add 4 new people to my coaching group. And I had two people in. They came to a couple meetings. They enjoyed it. They were involved. They were involved in the group chat. And then they decided not to do it. That's a fail. So I risked, invited them. Fail, they decided not to do it. Now, what's my learn? Did I make the offer proper? Did I make them feel comfortable? Did I answer what's in it for me, for them, about the group? Did I do that? So I have to have a learn. And then I repeat. I invited somebody yesterday and they said yes, and they're coming to this Sunday. So risk, invited somebody. Fail, they didn't join. Learn. Did I answer the questions right? Did I make sure it was valuable to them? Repeat. Go again. Okay? So what is fail for you? How did you fail today? Your goal is to fail every day and watch what happens. Now, you can't just stay here and risk and fail. This is insanity. A lot of people are durable and they're tough. Not me, I'm not durable and tough. But a lot of people are durable and tough, and they will just risk and fail. They're determined, risk and fail, risk and fail. But without the learn is the platinum. Without the learn, it's just insanity. It's just insanity. Risk, fail, learn. This is the thing, see? We need to set at the feet of failure. Our whole lives we've been taught, get our fist up and fight failure. That's not the idea. The idea is to set at the feet of failure and let it be your teacher. See, if I'm setting at the feet of failure, I'm not disappointed that those 2 people didn't join my group. I don't have anything to do about it except that I'm going to learn from the failure. I'm not connected to the outcome. I'm connected to learning from the outcome. Woo! That's not in the book. That's just all natural coming out of my genius brain. Risk. Expose yourself. Fail. It didn't go the way you thought it would. Learn. Set at the feet of failure and get the lesson. If you don't get the learn, you're just going to keep repeating risk, fail, risk, fail. And that's insanity, and it's a setup for quitting. I mean, we're right here in the new year. This is about the time everybody stops doing their New Year's resolution. That's 17 days. 11 to 17 days, people stop doing their New Year's resolution. A lot of you didn't even set one. You're like, I'm not doing that. I never do it. I'm not setting any goals. I'm just going to sit in my recliner and not do anything. So, risk, fail, learn. And then with that learn, you should be excited and enthusiastic to dive in and do it again. When you get the learn from the teacher of fail, you should be enthusiastic to go again. As failure is teaching us, we should be so excited to sprint back into the game, going for the big again. One of the things I write in here is what I found is that if I write in my journal about my failure, what my learn was from my failure. I just did it today. Something happened. I thought it was a failure, so I wrote in my journal. And in my journal, I'm ranting. I'm like so pissed about it. And then I was like, all right, now what's your lesson? What's to learn? Well, I had an expectation, and then it didn't happen. This is a whole nother lesson, but I'll teach you at another time. And that space between the expectation and the experience is my responsibility. So it was a fail. So I wrote in my journal and I learned. When we do the group coaching, we journal. And those people in that group coaching are having evolutions in their body, in their finances, in their relationships, in their careers, in their businesses, in their life in general. So come and check that out. All right. I think I've covered it. Risk, fail, learn, repeat. If I was ever going to get a tattoo, that would be the one. Because that will never change. This formula, this principle will never change. This is the formula for success. Tomorrow we're going over a chapter called The Pain Story. You're going to love that. Don't miss tomorrow. Hey, share this. Leave me a comment. I love to hear from you. And follow me so you don't miss one of these. I love you. I care about you. Stay alive.